And welcome to Delaware Live Sports Picks, week number 4, downstate game of the week coming up this week. We're going to go around the Henlopen Conference. Let's get started. And each week we have a tough one to pick, and let's just go ahead and get out of the way. Milford is better than that loss they showed against Cape last week. They were penalized over 100 yards in that game with a handful of personal fouls. It just stopped their momentum whenever they got something going. Delmar, they were challenged by Cesar Rodney's air game. That's a concern. Milford can throw the ball. I think the discipline of the Wildcats defense is going to keep the score low, and they win this game. But I think it's a close one. I'm taking Delmar over Milford. That's a Friday night kickoff, 7 o'clock in Delmar.
Yeah, it's first pick of the night. We're making a tough one.
Right.
I like Milford, even though they lost last week. Gillis can run the football. I mean, he's just an athlete. They show they can throw the football. But to your point, just the discipline's a bit of an issue. You said over 100 yards penalties. That's not going to get the job done going into Delmar, playing at Delmar. So I like Delmar in this one.
I tell you, brought up Marquise Gillis, and if Marquise Gillis takes over the game, Milford wins. So they got to slow him down. Let's go to another non-conference game, 7 o'clock kickoff up at Caravel. Hey, man, who let the dogs out, right? Laurel has made the Henlopen Conference Southern Division a 3-horse race this season. They've rolled through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they look up to pick up more steam Friday night. Caravel, they're experiencing uncharacteristic down season, taking Laurel.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's another it's going to be a good game. I mean, Caravel is having a down season in a weird, COVID season that is. I still think they're tough. They can still play some good football, but Laurel, they're going to keep it rolling. They're going to go 4-0. I like Laurel.
7:30 kickoff in Wilmington. It's Smyrna and Salesianum. Salesianum will open Abyssinia Stadium this weekend, coming off a road win in Pennsylvania. The Sows are big. They're quick. Smyrna got a scare last Friday night down in Georgetown, and I think it was a much-needed challenge going into this game. I think they got the challenge at the right time. They survived it. I think Smyrna fixes things this week at practice. The Eagles, they christened the stadium formerly known as Boehner. I'm taking Smyrna.
Yeah, I'm not going to pick against Smyrna right now. That offense is just getting the job done. I can definitely see Sally's challenging them just like Central did. I mean, Sally's, they're good. When I watched them against Dover, they're a little sloppy. Sounds like they fixed that up a little bit. So definitely could definitely see Sally's winning their home opener. But I'm not going to go against Smyrna in that high-powered offense of theirs.
Southern Division game, 6 o'clock kickoff in Dagsboro. It's Woodbridge. Woodbridge is back. They're taking on the Indian River Indians. I said last week Woodbridge was hungry, and they showed it on Monday night with a 35-0 win at Lake Forest. Indian River is much improved this year. They come into Friday night with a big win over Polytech. The Blue Raiders, for the Blue Raiders to have a chance to return to the state tournament, they need to win out, hope for somebody to beat Delmar, who they didn't play this year because that was week 1. Simply, I think the Indians are staying on the track. I'm taking Woodbridge in this game.
You took the words right out of my mouth. You said it. Woodbridge has to win. I mean, unfortunately, they had to miss a few weeks. Indian River's been good this year. They've been impressive. They're getting some good wins, but Woodbridge is hungry. Like you said, then they got to win. So I say Woodbridge wins. They're going to get it done.
Monday night, 5 o'clock in Felton. It's Seaford Blue Jays 0-3 versus Lake Forest 0-3. Don't let that Spartans 0-3 record fool you. All those losses came to top 10 teams. Lake Forest will return to the win column this week, but the Blue Jays are going to put up a fight. I'm taking Lake Forest.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a better game than it has been in years past. Lake Forest is good. It's had 3 tough – I mean, they're on the wrong side of 3 tough games. And it's been nice to see the Blue Jays just getting some spirit back there and playing good football, but I agree, Lake Forest.
Northern Division games in Camden, 7 o'clock kickoff. It's Polytech at 0-2, and surprisingly, Cesar Rodney at 3-0. They've come off a few tough seasons, and they're on top right now, and they look to be for real. The Riders just keep it rolling this week in Camden. They prepare for the big rivalry next week with the Dover Senators. Cesar Rodney.
Yeah, I think the key for Cesar Rodney this week, they've had they beat Central 2 weeks ago. Big win in Delmar last week. I think it's more just staying focused, getting the job done. CR is going to win this game, I believe, but they really got focused on, doing the little things right, getting their win, and getting after Dover next week. I like CR in this game.
Our Central Delaware game of the week, 7 o'clock kickoff in the state capital. It's Sussex Central 1-2 versus Dover 0-2. Sussex Central and Dover combined 1-4. That's the crazy COVID season going on right now. Okay? These two teams, they always put on classic games. Last year, Dover rolls into the castle for that rare upset of the Knights on their home turf. Sussex Central won the thriller in the final minute in the state capital en route to that state title game in 2018. Expect fireworks again this year. I think the Golden Knights' run game and their stingy defense will be the difference. I'm taking Sussex Central. Glenn Frazier had the call, and Nick Halliday in that game.
Yeah, I'll be at that game myself. I'm very excited to watch it. I've gotten to see a few Dover games now this year. Dover's good, man. They're big and they're athletic. They're 0-2s. They had 2 tough games. They played Smyrna and Sally.
And 2 top 5 teams.
2 teams they potentially could have beaten. They ended up on the wrong side, and that's how it goes. They're dangerous. I think what does it for me, though, is Central playing Smyrna so tight and their defense really stepping up until late. So that leads me to go with Central in this game.
And our downstate game of the week, and it's brought to you by Capstone Homes as they present this year's Delaware Live Sports Rivalry game. 11 a.m. kickoff on Saturday morning in Lewis. Sussex Tech 0-1, Cape Henlopen 1-2. Cape snapped a 4-game losing streak dating back to last weekend with a 41-28 victory over Milford. But the Vikings did show some vulnerability, letting the Bucks, they let them creep back in this game in the fourth quarter. Sussex Tech, on the other hand, played week 1, and then the school was shut down for 2 weeks due to a rise in COVID cases. So the Ravens come into this game in a similar position as Woodbridge was on Monday. I think the Ravens, they come in hungry, and they will look to get in the win column. But the Vikings got a taste of victory last week, and they liked it. And I think they'll win again on Saturday, Cape Henlopen.
Yeah, I know Sussex Tech, they got a new coaching staff in there. They got hit by a little 2 weeks of COVID. So at face value, I'd like to say Cape's going to beat on them, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think this is a rivalry, right? No matter how good or bad teams are, I think they're going to come out ready to play hard. I know Cape's quarterback was banged up at the end of that Milford game.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he's on the field Saturday morning.
Yeah. I think he toughed it out that game. I imagine a week of rehab. He's a tough kid. He's going to get back out there. I think Cape's going to clean up and play 4 quarters. And I think if nothing else, they're going to run the ball down their throats. I like Cape.
Yeah, and that was a concern coming out of last year with J.D. Mall was, can they play 4 quarters? So far this year, they've been playing 3. Even in the win last week, they showed some. They were a little bit tired in that fourth quarter, but they held on. They got the bonus touchdown to go to 41. And last week we talked about Marquise Gillis and Jaden Davis. It's going to be the same thing this week. It's going to be Jaden Davis versus Connor Ellensworth, another good running back at Sussex Tech. He runs just like those 2 guys. He hits that off tackle and runs hard.
Yeah, they run hard. I think Jaden Davis, man, he can run that ball hard. I just see him taking the game over if nothing else.
35 carries last week.
Yeah,
he might have to carry 40 times this week.
And Coach J.D. Mall, he had said he wanted to get him the ball 35, 40 times. And I think if nothing else, if the quarterback's still banged up, that they're going to lean that run game. I think he's the guy to do it. So I like Cape. So
those are your picks for week 4, folks. Central Delaware game of the week at Dover, Sussex Central Dover. You can catch that on our YouTube channel, Delaware Live Sports. And then Saturday morning, a special Saturday edition when they put lights in at Cape back in the 90s. So it's been a long time since we played. Not been a whole lot of day games. There's been some, usually weather related, but this one scheduled for Saturday to help Sussex Tech out because they're coming off a short practice, and so we'll get it on 11 o'clock. So join us for those 2 games. Both of you can catch on our YouTube channel, Delaware Live Sports, and folks, we'll see you folks at kickoff Friday night and Saturday. Have a good week, folks.